Okay, now let's do the pose. And the pose in ZBrush, when we have this kind of a object, is done by going to Z plugin, transpose master, so we will pose it. And in the transpose master plugin, which is those plugins are coming with ZBrush, so it's nothing that it's downloaded separately or something. No. So transpose master, we press the first button, T-pose mesh, and we wait. What ZBrush will do now is take all the subtools, take them to the lowest subdivision level, and combine them into one subtool here. And now we have this subtool right here. It's with the color of our color here. So with white, it will be like this. So that's why I made this arm a low poly, because I needed the lowest possible, so I will be able to mask it and bend it and whatever I need. So the sword, let's try to select the sword. How? Let's see. Okay, the sword is one group, which is good, and we can just Control-Shift click on it, and everything else will be hidden. And then we can mask it with Control-Click, mask it with Control-Click on the canvas, and unmask it with Control-Click on the canvas too. But mask it, then Shift Control-Click to get everything else here. Control-Click on the canvas to invert the mask, and then move the sword a bit. So it will be easy to select. What we need now to select is only this arm here. How to do that? We can select both arms, then deselect this arm, then we can select those, deselect this, and we can invert selection with Control-Shift drag, which I did already, if you don't remember how it's done. And now we can mask this. But why? Because now we can show everything with Control-Click, Control-Shift-Click. Basically, everything is used what we learned before with the groups. Control-Shift-Click is showing everything. Control-Shift-Drag is showing the hidden parts and hidden the already shown parts. But just control, because we are masking now. This is masked. We need this to be unmasked and everything else masked, so we will Control-Click. And it will just invert the mask. Now with W will show our pivot, whatever it is, even if it's here. We will Alt drag it to the place of the shoulder. So I'm rotating here to see if I have it correctly placed from all angles. And now I will rotate this hand a bit like this. And that's it. Basically, we can do everything with this. Maybe I will move it a little bit down because it's showing here, which is not exactly what we want. But we can, of course, go ahead and move this a bit like this, and it will cover it most of the time. And then we will select, while we have our pivot on with W, we will Control-Click on the sword. And now it will be the only thing selected with mask here. And I will move it into position and position it into move. Very good, right? Move it into position and position it into move is completely good explanation, I think. But you are smart people. You don't need more than this as explanation. Hopefully. So, I'm trying with just rotating and moving to place it so it will look like our guy is holding it into his big hand. This time is hand, not arm. And it's kinda looking good now. So now we disable all the masks, which is not necessary, but we do it. saving project file, thank you ZBrush. And now we'll go to Z plugin again. Go to Transpose Master if it's not open, but obviously it will be open because you are working now. It's very important not to close ZBrush while you are on this thing. And first we pressed this left button, now we will press the right button. And what ZBrush will do is transfer all the subtools in the new places that they have. And why this is comfortable? Because we are working on one mesh, and it's very much easier to pose it when we're working on one mesh. And now you see our model is completely good. It's holding, our guy is holding the sword, and it's looking rather nice. Let's see, by the way, this sword is, let's see, yeah, it has to be a little bit pointing upward because it's not looking super good. So I will just select the sword, and since our sword is a separate subtool, it will be easy to do it like this. We just press Alt and this, then go a little bit to this area around the middle, place it right where the handle is, which will require for you to rotate the canvas by just dragging your mouse around. Then my pivot is not exactly well placed, but still the white circle is for rotating according to our view, so it will be good for us. And let's rotate it again, and I think this is kinda enough. I don't know what exactly is this. Let's see, what is this? Shift Z. I'm disabling our reference, and this probably is artifact from the projecting. Sometimes projecting is having its kind of difficulties. Let's go to our normal brush, Z-add, and move it a bit. This is also a result of projecting, but since we have our elbow arm, it doesn't get serious. Of course, if you have this problem, it will be good to have the high poly to project again. Just inflate this, then smooth it, then inflate it, then smooth it, and then project with the high poly again, and it will be cool. But we deleted it, so we don't have it. So we just have to sculpt it a bit more, which is absolutely no problem, I think, for us. We are sculptors after all. At least I'm kind of sculptor, although I haven't finished this in high school or something. I'm self-taught, if I can say so, yeah. So you don't have to have a high school education of arts or something. You just have to be good with this, or just to have fun, you know. It's, yeah. So that's basically the pose, and we will continue in the next video with render passes. Let's make a render, quick render, which is pressing this BPR button here, and this will give us this thing with the shadows and stuff. I will teach you in the next video probably about the lightings. We can add another light, we can do some stuff. It's with this, again, this menu here, light, but this will be in the next video, so take care until then.